do not have the programming to be a mother.
Well, congratulations on all the love that Wild Robot is getting.
Thank you so much.
It's well deserved, I think.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
So we know there's multiple books. There is talks of more. Are there plans to, for real, just do it?
Nothing that I can officially announce today, but you're not incorrect in saying that there's talk. Lots of things happening behind the scenes that hopefully will get announced in the not too distant future. But we love this property, this book series so much, and what Peter Brown laid out is a continuous story. So, and anyone who's seen the first film kind of knows that it ends in a place where you're expecting there to be more, or wanting there to be a little bit more to kind of resolve it, and that's what the second book provides, and that we would love the opportunity to tell that.
Yeah, well, so for people who haven't read the book, what kind of is the general story for what's next?
For what's next, the first one was about Roz being a fish out of water on an island populated only by animals. Now, having lived there for her entire life, she's now in a completely different environment of ours in society, where she's once again a fish out of water and has to find her way through.
I loved Inside Out 2, probably my favorite animated movie in recent memory. What was the biggest challenge for you in taking on the sequel?
Oh my God, I mean, the anxiety, ironically enough, of trying to tell a more, an elevated story that is worthy of a sequel to an already amazing, perfect film is the craziest challenge I've ever had to jump at. I mean, how do you do it? You just try to age the movie with your main character. I think our goal was to find something that was just as beautiful and profound as a parable about joy and sadness, but that worked as the movie and the character aged a couple years, and that was anxiety.
Speaking of anxiety, how did you land on her as this kind of anti-hero character? Because the way that anxiety was characterized was something I'd never thought about before. And then I was like, wait a second, this is so true.
Yeah, I mean, anxiety has some good. I mean, anxiety, in the right amount, is about focus and can often lay out things that are important, especially if you are veering away from a goal. So everything in moderation. But we landed on anxiety after exploring shame, and shame ended up being a little too close to the bone. Guilt and shame are fascinating. Guilt is about something that you've feeling bad about what you've done, and shame is about feeling bad about who you are. And that was very emotional, but it also felt like we were getting away from the point, and anxiety allowed us to sort of have a character that felt really of teenage-dom and something that follows you the rest of your life, and also replaces joy, which was really important for us to explore.
Now, $1 billion later, are we doing Inside Out 3? Are you doing Inside Out 3? Where can you take Riley next?
$1.7 billion. I don't know. It's a great question. I mean, Riley's only 13, going on 14. There's a lot of life left to explore. I really hope that this franchise follows her through motherhood. I really hope that there's a big story every couple of years that we can tell. I mean, there's certainly plenty of good ones I'm sure you can think of, and plenty of the ones that we haven't thought of yet. And it's whatever it is, it's going to be great.
Yeah, well, I know that the current season is airing right now. So what can fans expect later on that you can talk about?
Ooh, yeah, we have some fun stuff coming up. We're going to learn what Hetty's ghost power is. She's one of the last ghosts who we don't know that. So that's coming up. Jay's finally going to open his restaurant. We've been building up to that for a very long time.
We're going to meet Alexander Hamilton.
Lin-Manuel Miranda? No.
It's not Lin-Manuel Miranda. It's Nat Faxon, who we're thrilled about.
Yes. Okay,
yeah.
That's amazing too.
Yeah.
Do you guys have thoughts of how far this could go? Do you have plans for a while? Are you kind of taking it season by season?
Yeah, I think we think there's a lot of runway ahead of us, and there's so many characters, so many great actors, so many places to go story-wise. So we're not tired of doing it, and we really enjoy it.
Yeah, we're blessed. We have a huge cast, and they are all amazing. I think we have the best cast in television, and the great thing about that is they give us so many different directions to go to. into. Each character is sort of like a rich sort of like world to dive into.
And if you haven't seen it, everyone should go watch the 1 hour Christmas special. Rose McIver is just unbelievable.
So I got to ask you, your co-star, Timothée, he's nominated for an Oscar. He's a front runner. What's your reaction to that?
I'm so excited for him. I think it's for A Complete Unknown. I think so.
Yes, for A Complete Unknown.
I'm excited for him, and I love the movie. So yeah, I'm rooting for him.
He did so good. He like transforms into Bob Dylan.
Yes. Oh my gosh, he's such a great actor at portraying different characters. Like he went from Wonka to Bob Dylan. Like he's like really thriving right now, and I'm really happy for him.
He really shows off his like singing skills in Wonka.
Yes, exactly. And like that's the first movie that he's really like sung in and stuff like that. So I feel like he did a really, really good job. And he's a really great singer. So yeah,
I feel like you guys prepped him for this.
Wait a minute.
I feel like I remember when he actually had do like some tap dancing. I remember it was like way back when, and we were doing like some tap dancing. I remember saying, "Wow, you're actually really good at singing." He was like, "Nah." I'm like, "No, for real." Like he's a really good singer, and yeah.
Well, what has it meant to you, the reaction that fans have had for Wonka? Because everyone loves it.
Well, I knew it was just gonna be a big hit when I saw Willy Wonka, because I genuinely love Willy Wonka personally, and so it being it'd be like having a prequel and like having this whole new aspect on Willy Wonka is really good for audiences, especially audiences that love the original. So yeah.
Well, speaking of, it is a prequel. So should they want to continue the story, would you ever come back?
Yes, hopefully. I will definitely love to come back. Yeah.
What's happening? Ooh, what's a chocolate that makes it fly? Let's find out, shall we? Who's for Hover Chocolate?